Alright, my people, welcome back onto this one. Well, onto this, Igboho'S Counsel admonishes Osinbajo Fashola to advise federal government to respect rule of law. Alright, my people, the news in details. Lead counsel to the Yoruba rights activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, Chief Yemi Aliyu San, has tasked Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and Minister for Works Babatunde Fashola, who both are senior advocates of Nigeria's San, to advise the federal government to compel the Directorate of State Security Services (DSS) to learn how to obey the rule of law. Alright, onto this, Chief Aliyu San gave the charge in Ibadan while speaking with journalists on the refusal of the DSS to release all the 12 detained aides of Sunday Igboho in defiance to court order directing DSS to release all the detainees. Specifically, Chief Aliyu San implored all the senior advocates of Nigeria San in the federal cabinet, particularly the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, to lead the federal government aright on the need to respect the fundamental rights of Nigerians. The lead counsel urged Vice President Osinbajo and Mr. Fashola, who are senior advocates of Nigeria, not to partake in the type of government that does not respect the rule of law and fundamental rights of Nigerians. Alright, meanwhile, Aliyu cautioned that it was unfortunate that despite the DSS violently invaded the Soka residence of the Yoruba rights activist, killing and maiming innocent Nigerians, they are still engaging in flagrant disrespect of court order. He stressed that the arrested aides have committed no offense. They never carry arms but are only asking for self-determination, and later headed for court to seek for enforcement of their fundamental rights. Chief Aliyu stressed that the court in turn granted them bail only for the DSS to be looking for the way out of keeping all the aides for long until Monday, when aides were released out of the 12 aides arrested. He then warned the federal government against provoking Nigerian youth with the flagrant disrespect for orders of the court has been displayed presently by the DSS on the issue of Igboho'S. In a statement titled "Refusal of DSS to Release Those Granted Bail by Court," Chief Yemi Aliyu San said after being detained for over 53 days after their bail conditions were perfected and the court ordered the release of our clients, 12 in number but now remain 4. On approaching the SSS office for the release of these innocent Nigerians, SSS said they couldn't release them because another person had served another process on them to release the same set of people. SSS is therefore equating a filed process not assigned to any court to the order of court validly enrolled and signed by a judge of Federal High Court. In any case, what was allegedly filed was for the release of our client, he said. Chief Aliyu San added, "The whole world know that I was the one briefed directly by Sunday Adeyemo. I caused an action to be filed and it was done and judgment delivered. To hide under any guise will not only amount to contempt of court but will definitely earn whoever is their legal advisor a day before the legal practitioner disciplinary committee. All right, my people, and then this is what it is. On to this one. Igboho'S Counsel admonishes Osinbajo Fashola to advise federal government to respect rule of law. Well, my people, this is what we have gathered so far onto this one. Well, the truth of the matter had been that as far as this country is concerned, thank God majority of people actually know what exactly is going on right now. A situation whereby people who are actually saddled with the responsibility of taking care of its citizens are now the ones that are killing, destroying, and making life unbearable for that same citizen. So bad, too bad. Well, a lot of people are happy right now that in fact everyone in the whole world knows what is happening in Nigeria, and they already know that the federal government, the regime of the APC is not in that aspect of making things right. In fact, the regime has disappointed a lot of people, most especially the citizens of the country. Well, in so many aspects as we speak, you can no longer travel out of the country to say, oh, you are a Nigerian over there. It's always a shame because the country had been tagged a terrorist country, which is very bad. Well, to what had been gathered so far, this set of people have warned the people who are subordinate to the president, who are also son, to advise the presidency to respect rule of law. All right, my people, what more can we say? A lot of things had actually been said onto this one. Well, one thing for sure had been that as far as the movement is concerned, my people, it is already gathered, it is already known that the federal government is not fair to its citizens at all. And then this is another thing that needs to be tackled. Everybody needs to be prayerful. A situation whereby the major terrorists are moving freely. Can you imagine terrorists are moving freely and doing all sorts of things without anyone questioning them? That same situation had warranted, had made innocent ones, freedom fighters, to suffer. What kind of a country is this? And that's exactly what we are talking about. May the good Lord continue to help us all in this country. All right, my people, that has been it on this one. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, my people, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.